What is up, YouTube? It is me today. I'm doing my National Guard thing. Kept the stash. Things are going well. I got some sleep. Had an amazing time last night. Doing Bible study and hanging out with people beforehand. Probably the most fun I've had on YouTube in forever. What's up, Preacher Bear? So today, it's a good day. Things went really smoothly with me letting the National Guard know that I'm no longer going to be a part of their organization. I'm leaving for greener pastures, hopefully. And thank you. It is manly. My face does radiate manliness with the man stash. It's what men should do. And what's up, Face Palmer? Glad to have you. Nice to see you guys here. So I wanted to talk because I got to listen to a few minutes of Gospel Bear's his Commune2020, and I think that his contribution to that idea is amazing, because those are things that I don't think about. I think about very different things, which is why it's a cool thing to be part of a body, because we don't all see the same thing. What's up, Intoxicating Masculinity? How are ya? So I want to point out something with your name. If you're gonna make it say intoxicating masculinity. Oh, you fixed it. Okay, I noticed it earlier. You had IC twice. So what's up, Nathaniel? Nate? Glad to have you guys here today. Wow, there's a lot of people here. Call me Baldy Locks. Yeah, that's right. You're still gonna be Baldy Locks to me. You'll always be Baldy Locks. So that's why it's important that what I was stating about last night, where it's important for everybody to have a different role. If everybody has the same role, you don't have much of a community, right? Because everybody's just going to be trying to do the same thing, and it's going to be repetitive and useless. If your only skill in life is chopping firewood, it's a skill, right? It doesn't matter. It's something you can do that not necessarily everybody is willing to do, right? If you're strong, some people aren't strong. But that doesn't mean they're not useful. Like, everybody has a different role, and I truly believe, and this is one of the things that I've believed in for a long time, that this idea can be replicated on a large scale. You just need to have a plan that works, and it can be replicated by multiple people in multiple locations across all types of different places, because the idea isn't singular. It's not my idea. It's not your idea. It's an idea that God is putting in people's spirits for a reason. And thought about it in the terms that that Gospel Bear had put out. I'd never really, sorry about that, flipped out there, but I'd never really thought about it in those terms before. In a time frame, I just thought of that time frame in my head because that's what I felt was being put on my heart. But he kind of clarified that in a little ways, and said, he made me realize something that I'd never really contemplated before, that my time frame was connected to something in reality. So I really do believe that God is going to bring very specific people together that complement one another, their skills offset one another, and they're all experts in their own thing. And they're all going to perfectly accent one another, because God is the master of doing that, right? Like, that is, he brings people together that need to hear things from each other, that need to support one another, and that need to hear messages from each other. Like, because everybody's brains work differently, but collectively, we're all way more intelligent as a group than we are individually, right? So it's just, that is his church, exactly. That's the ecclesia. It's the set-apart people. We have a set-apart spirit that teaches us, instructs us, and it guides us through life. And when we listen to it, when we follow its instructions, we end up where we're supposed to be, right? And as I said last night in the Bible study, if all of us are seeking the same truth, we're all going to end up in the same place, right? Because we're seeking truth by his rules, not our own rules. It makes a huge difference. When you have a playbook, you know how to use it. So it is pouring cats and dogs here right now in Chicago. So I'm trying to focus on the road and also be intelligent and have conversation at the same time. But there's like flashing lights and things are everywhere, and there's like, yeah, it's chaos. I love it. But so the plan that Devin proposed is we basically have a little over 2 years to plan, and then we have to start acting, right? We have to start acting because we can't just sit around and plan all our lives. We actually have to take action and do something with it. That is part of the process, and it is a part that I am good at. I like. Where am I at? I'm in Chicago. I'm in Riverside. That's where my National Guard unit was. So, but Face Bomber, I haven't been able to read your whole comment yet, but I did see that you did comment, and I said, I see that you said that we're borderline useless alone. And I made that point in one of my streams yesterday. By yourself, even in a setting where you're way out in the middle of nowhere, right? When you're by yourself, you are vulnerable. That's why God designed us to be in groups. That's why God designed us to work together as community and to be a community. That's the reason he designed it that way. There's a reason we don't like being by ourselves. There's a reason that you seek other people that are like-minded, because you're dead if you're by yourself. You don't have room to grow. You can't encourage one another. You can't exhort one another. You can't build each other up. You can't admonish one another. You can't use your skills to complement one another. One person is only capable of being an expert at so many things. But if you have 5 experts in different things, then your skill set suddenly grew hugely, and it's much more complementing, it's much more offsetting, and a community can survive way beyond its means because of adaptability at that point, and creativity, and survivability just based off of everyone's different skill sets. And as you get away from the everyday grind of life, right? As that starts to melt away, and one of the things that Gospel Bear said yesterday too, that really struck me, I think it was yesterday morning stream, when he was talking about time management and how do you make the most of your time. I haven't researched that Freedom Project. Leave a comment and I will look into it. Oh yeah, it's super nasty. So back to my point before I forget about it, time management, right? How do you make the most of not having very much time with your family? This idea solves that completely, simply because of the fact that you don't have to worry about all of the grind of life. Your whole job at that point is supporting, taking care of, and loving your family and being the best dad and husband that you possibly can be, or wife, or child, or whatever your role is in things. You don't have to worry about the grind of things anymore because your entire life is just taking care of them. The distractions are gone, so you can focus on learning the scriptures, teaching them to your family, spending time with your kids, teaching them necessary skills, having them learn from other people in your community those necessary skills. Like, whatever they're interested in, they can go and do the apprenticeship thing, right? So it solves the problem of how to manage your time properly, because you have nothing but time at that point to invest in your family, to invest in your God, to invest in other people. And I have no idea where I'm turning right here. Yes, this is where I want to turn. Sorry. So it just solves that problem, and I've just been kind of dwelling on that for the couple, and that's why it has to be the plan, right? That's why it has to be the plan, because that's my goal. I'm not doing this because I am scared of what the government's going to do. I honestly believe that I could build a community and survive just about anywhere that I am. My main goal in this is to get out of the grind of life where I'm distracted by all the things that I have to do, the 9-to-5 job, the struggle, the reality of constantly having to make money just to survive, right? I hate that life. I don't want anything to do with it. It's toxic. It sucks your life out of you, and you don't have the time to be a good dad, a good husband, a good father. I mean, you don't have time to pour everything into researching your Bible and helping people and just growing as a person, because you're so obsessed with this grind that you have to do just to live, right? So you're not being the best that you can be. be. I mean, you might be being the situation you're in, but you're not being the best person that you possibly could be because you're trapped. You're a slave to the system. And God tells us that we're not a slave to the world. We're supposed to be a slave to righteousness, right? That's how Paul puts it. So the reality of the idea behind this situation is not to fear anything. It's not to break out of anything. It's to establish a lifestyle that, number one, you have tons of free time to invest in everything that you love. So, and to be the best person you can be with the skill sets you have in a community that supports one another, where you don't have the overhead. It's all paid for already. You support one another, build each other up, build a community, evangelize, talk to people. I mean, your first evangelist home front, right? Are we back? Are we back? Can you see me? Can you hear me? Anyone? Okay, are we back? Are we back? The land of King Arthur? I don't know what's being said. Can you hear me? Oh, okay, cool. We're back. Okay, so oh my goodness, you guys are like on it today. This is like the most people I've ever had on my stream. I appreciate everybody being here. I love it. Thank you. Call me. Yeah, okay, so I read this. No hat. Who is this guy, right? I don't have a hat on today because I took my military hat off because I've been wearing it all day. You said that because you're a good guy and you wanted to forgive me for being in the role of sure. Nathaniel, you're crazy. I lost his cover. You get it? You get it? Yep. His church. Face Palmer said, I am borderline useless when alone. That's why finding the right group is such a huge first step. Been praying to meet people like the Bears for a while now. Yeah, that's what I've been praying for too. And I love it. It is awesome. And I appreciate this community because they get it. Okay? So, Stranded 360 says Chirac. Yeah, it's not that bad. I've been to Iraq, so I know what that's like. This is nothing like that. Maybe the south side of Chicago. So, I don't know. Hey, Charles, we are already going to look at land in North Carolina for sale. I don't like coastal areas. Just seems terrible to me for invasion purposes. I think strategy. One is none. New Hampshire is where the Freedom Project is located. I have to look that up. Leave a comment for me, please, Baldylocks. I will look that up. It's the only way I can remember it, though. But it looks nasty. Been checking out your videos. Evangelist Angel Bowman. I have not seen you here before. Welcome. I will definitely look you up, too. I will go and sub to you as soon as I'm done here. Psycho Bear says, Bowman, I watched it, too. Baldylocks said, be safe. Always. Slavery, yes, it is slavery. The system is slavery. It's a trap. It traps you. Deep Phalange Bear. I've never heard of that. Thank you, Recycle Bear. I am one with Deep Phalange Bear. Oh, okay, so you guys are probably married. Cool. At least that's how I read that. And he said it's so excited when the stream freezes because it's the best part. Cornwall. Oh, okay. I get it. You guys are close to that then. I was born in England. I love England. There you are. You're back. Yes, refresh not working. There you are. Peter. I don't know what that means. I've seen more. Thank you. Intoxicating. Oh, have you really? Wow. I've never seen it that high. So you guys must be seeing different numbers than me. Yeah, we get it. That's because we started coming together, dude. Everything is growing. I've been with the Bears all day. What are you talking about? North Carolina isn't coastal. Oh, okay. So you're talking. Okay. You're talking the other side of North Carolina. Still not far away from the ocean for me. I don't like being coastal areas. Just my preference. So, you know, it is what it is. So I'm gonna jump off of here and go get changed. So I will probably talk to you guys later. Send me a text message if you guys want to do a little group deal or whatever tonight. I've got a few minutes. I will definitely. Hook reference. Oh, you're back, Peter. Yeah, I get it. I always say like a thought like I just had a thought. I had an apostrophe. Thought like lightning. Just struck my brain. Right? Good, great movie. Anyways, I'll catch up with you guys later. Send me a text, you guys, if you guys want to hang out. So I will definitely be down for that, and you guys can all check it out too. So until next time, keep seeking truth, guys. You will find it.